The confetti has fell, one shining moment was played, and now I'm joined alongside Jeff Goodman. Jeff, how incredible was this game? The two #1 seeds, an absolute battle.
Yeah, and UConn, another lopsided, dominant win. And at halftime, I thought, okay, maybe, right? Maybe Purdue could take them down to the wire, make it a game, and UConn comes out and does what they do, right? They just run away from teams. And now you've got two straight years where they have not played an NCAA tournament game under 13 points. It's insane. The run is, again, it's one of those runs we may never see again.
Absolutely incredible. And then we have to talk about the battle in the paint. Zach Edey, Donovan Klinging. How incredible is that just to witness a 7'4" and a 7'2" center?
Yeah, you never see it anymore, right? And Edey was so good, and they kept going to him. And, Klinging, they didn't bring help early. It was just a one-on-one battle, and it's hard to stop Zach Edey. Just ask Donovan Klinging. Edey had, such an unbelievable game, 37 points. The problem was his teammates just didn't help him enough. They made 1 3 in the game. This is a team that has shot it so well from 3 this year, second in the country, 3-point percentage. They usually make about 8 threes. They made 1, and it was, Braden Smith hit 1 3. And you're not winning these days in college basketball making 1 3-pointer.
It just wasn't enough. And you've seen countless games, countless teams. How does this UConn team rank?
So in this era, it's remarkable what they've done. Now, again, I say this to people right now, Duke's teams that went back-to-back in 91, 92, I think would have beaten this team by double figures. But right now, with the way the transfer portal is and the changing rosters, with NIL, with social media, with the fact that Dan Hurley lost so much from last year's national title team, it's incredible what they've been able to do. You pick up an elite freshman in Steph Castle, who understands his role, doesn't try to be, this guy that wants to score 20 points. He defends and just kind of, blends almost. And Cam Spencer is probably the most impactful transfer in the country. Starts at Loyola, Maryland, goes to Rutgers, comes here, and he fits with Dan Hurley perfectly. They're both kind of, they got that kind of edge to them. And they work. And Dan Hurley, man, you say what you want about the dude. 2 years ago, he told me, he was like, listen, they lost to New Mexico State. I was there in the first round. And he said afterwards, he was like, I might be in trouble, my job. 2 years later, the dude's in the Hall of Fame. You win back-to-back national titles. What he's done is, again, I'm not sure it's ever going to be done again in the era we're in college basketball because of the transfer portal.
And you are Mr. College Basketball, so how does it feel that this is the final game of the 2023-24 season?
All right, I'm not going to lie to you. So I told my daughter yesterday, I said, I can't wait till it's over so I can get home. Yeah. So I don't, and she said to me, she discovered her first women's Final Four, and she said to me, I'm so sad it's over. So that's the difference, okay? When you're your age and her age,
I'm sad.
My age, you're sad. I'm just like, man, it's a grind, but I love it. I love it. There's nothing I'd rather do because, again, even though the sport's got its issues, right, there's still a purity to college basketball, even with NIL, even with the portal, even in the place that it's at. You see a Donovan Klinging. I've known Klinging for a couple of years, and Cam Spencer and, Tristan Newton, what he's done. And I've known Dan Hurley for 25 years. And he hasn't really changed that much. He was working the officials back when he was at St. Benedict's.
It truly is amazing. And this season was obviously absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for your time and looking forward to this upcoming season.
No, this was fun to be able to do this with you. I've watched you for years because of your brother, and really, really cool to see your success and how much you've grown. Honestly, I don't just mean that, you're really tall right now, but really, all the best to you. I know you're going to be very, very successful. So I can't wait to see you as you embark on your professional career soon.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You got it.